Good morning, everyone, and happy Father's Day to you all. Hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful day so far. Got Fred and Lisa here. Well, happy Father's Day. Fred and Lisa said, how is Peanut? Peanut is okay, slow and steady. Swelling hopefully is still coming down. She is resting at home at the moment. Tomorrow she'll get another splint. We go in every week for the splint and they check it out. So I will have more information tomorrow and we shall see. But thank you very much for asking. Tim and Kathy, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you all as well. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Matt Ryan, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Felicia, good morning. Welcome to Cruise News. Leslie Trent, good morning. Hope you are having a wonderful Sunday morning. Rick said, good morning and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Yes, indeed, as did Leslie Trent. Say happy Father's Day to everyone. Hope everyone is enjoying the weather. It's not great weather here. It's a little bit gloomy and a little bit rainy. My sister is going on a cruise today. She's going on Celebrity Silhouette. Her and her fiance are heading out this morning out of Bayonne, going to Bermuda. It looks like it's going to rain the whole cruise. Luck of the old draw sometimes. It's what happens. But yeah, so that's what's up there. Let's get into some fun cruise news. First of all, like we said, happy Father's Day to everyone. Not really cruise news, but news today. Hope everybody who has kids or pets or anything has a wonderful day. Tim, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Hope everything's good there. Happy Father's Day to you. First bit of cruise news is Carnival is adding plugs. This is good news for people if you're going on a Carnival cruise. As they go into dry dock on some of their older ships, they realized one of the biggest complaints is that there are not enough electrical outlets, which I think we all know. Actually, for me, I don't really care about electrical outlets all that much. It's more about USB. I'm fine with there being like one or two electrical outlets in the room. But look, like everybody knows when they built some of these ships in the 80s and 90s, there weren't even really cell phones. There were, kind of cell phones, but you didn't really take them on a cruise either. You would just put it in the safe. So there was really no way to use your phone back then. But now we have cameras, laptops, tablets, watches, everything. So they are adding, on some of the ships, they're adding lamps that have USB, which is really nice. And other ones, they're actually adding power outlets near the beds, which is really good. I appreciate that very, very, very much by Carnival. That's good for them. Ryan said, good morning, greetings from New Hampshire, having a pancake and maple syrup. That sounds fantastic. Taking my dad out to dinner somewhere. We were supposed to go to one place, but I just found out they don't, it's reservations only in you, and they're having a buffet. So we're not going there. Sandy, good morning and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Yes, indeed. Hope Bob has a lovely Father's Day as well. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Next bit of cruise news, Norwegian Sky is heading to Europe for the summer. So it did, last year, it did Asia and itinerary during the winter, and now it is repositioning. It just got back over to Spain. It went from South Africa and visited a whole bunch of places on its way back to Europe, which is really cool. It went from Cape Town to Namibia, Angola, Ivory Coast, and Senegal. It's pretty cool. It's not a very common cruise, very rare. It also went to Santa Cruz de Tenerife, Las Palmas, and Alicante in Spain. Now it's in Barcelona. It's going to be doing Mediterranean. And then at some point in the late summer, it's going to head to Northern Europe for all those fun cruises. So right now you can do 9 to 12-day cruises, including Greek Isles, Turkey, Italy, France. One of the things I wanted to bring up today too is if you have a flexible schedule, I think this is one of the things that I find pretty fascinating about cruises. If you're going to the Bahamas or Bermuda or the Caribbean, there are really no last minute deals anymore. It's really hard to get a last minute deal. You can wait, but there's a pretty good chance you're not going to get on a ship. And they tend to not bring the prices down because they don't want to encourage that behavior. Then everybody would be waiting. You know how it is. But one of the things that I found is this week I booked for one of our subscribers here. I booked a 14-day Hawaiian cruise, which was very reasonable. Now, keep in mind, you got to book airfare and hotels and stuff too, so it's not super clean cut. But if you were thinking about doing something like Northern Europe or a longer 14 or 21-day cruise, you could wait a little bit longer if you're super flexible and you don't care if you don't go. You could get a really good deal on. This was like only about $3,000 for a balcony cabin on Norwegian with drinks and everything. So that's really, really good. Tony Diaz, hi everyone. Happy Father's Day. 3 days till London and 6 days till Independence. Tony, that's awesome. Happy Father's Day to you too. Hope you're having a good morning. I hope you have a wonderful trip. That is fantastic. I wish I was heading to London. I really do want to do like some type of London, Europe kind of cruise. I really got to plan those out though. And now with Peanut, God only knows, but it's on my list. It is now Bermuda season. Bermuda season starts in April-ish, and Bermuda has a real drop in tourism, and I have no idea why. So this article is on the Cruise Hive. Cruises have a record number of bookings, as we all know, but there's a 68% decrease in the number of cruise passengers going to Bermuda, which is really, really interesting. And this is early in the year, so these are ones in like March. Now, part of that is that the weather there is not great during that time of year. So people may have caught on and decided like, hey, I don't really want to go to this area during the winter-ish times of the year. So maybe that's the rationale behind it. But also it's just odd. Seems really odd. So I love Bermuda. I think Bermuda is one of my favorite stops, one of my favorite port stops. So we'll see what happens there. But it's interesting that it seems like it's down. Next bit of cruise news we have here. Michelle, good morning. Hope you are having a wonderful Sunday. I hope other people's weather is nicer than it is here because it calls for rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday here. But on the bright side, the weekend's supposed to be nice. Pound Cake 5150, love the Van Halen reference, is going to Bermuda in September. I am as well. And in August, hopefully, if all things are well with Peanut. Friendly said, isn't Silhouette an old ship? I would really like to go on Celebrity, but they need a better ship out of Jersey. Yes, Summit was there. I was on Summit 2-3 years ago, whatever that was. And now Silhouette, yeah, they're not putting their best foot up here in Bayonne, I'll tell you that much. But we'll see. Maybe as these like larger Edge class ships are going to different places, maybe they'll bring one of those up. You never know what I never know what Royal's thinking. Like, I don't know why we're getting Oasis back. We had Oasis, then we had Symphony. I don't know why we don't get Harmony or Allure and they put Oasis. I just don't know. They have rationales, I'm sure. Michelle said, happy Father's Day as well. But keep in mind, even though Silhouette's an old ship and so is Summit, and some of them are really nice. So don't feel, like you can't go on ships because some of them are really, really nice. So Cozumel trying to add a fourth terminal there, cruise pier, and they're getting a little bit of pushback because of coral reef. So that's pretty interesting. I agree completely. Like, we cannot allow cruising to destroy the environment. And I think as a general rule, especially with like MSC, most of the newer cruise lines, cruise ships are very, very pro, keeping things on the up and up here. So I would say I would like to do it, but they need to make sure that they're not, affecting the environment. It's not destroying the coral, especially when like MSC is renewing and doing all that revitalization of the coral. There are ways to do it ethically without hurting the environment. So we should definitely kind of look to do that. Alex, happy Sunday, Father's Day to you as well. Hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Next bit of cruise news. Speaking of celebrity bigger ships, Excel is going to be coming to Port of Miami in late 2026. So it is the brand new ship. Obviously, Ascent is another of their Edge class ships, as well as Edge and Beyond. There are a few of them now. It's a 3,200 passenger ship. It's going to do next summer in the Mediterranean and then hit Miami in November of 26, doing 6 to 8 night cruises in the Caribbean. Also doing an 8-night in Southern Caribbean that goes to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. So very interesting there. I like that they are bringing more of those large ships, but we'll see what happens. Again, I don't understand any of the deployment schedules, so I don't know why they do certain ships in certain areas. Who knows? I would love to have more information on that. Kathy said we loved Bermuda when we went this May when we went. I love Bermuda. It's one of my top 5 ports. Always. It's great there. There's so much to do. It's safe. The people were really friendly. I love it. So Ryan said happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you and your family as well, Ryan. Hope you're having a great day. So I'm getting pestered by family now about what to do today. So next up, Carnival fights and thefts. This is not just Carnival. This is happening everywhere. And we talked about it a little bit in the last couple of weeks, but they had some really interesting things. Obviously, everyone has seen the fight thing. We don't need to discuss that. People throwing chairs around, they all got banned. So the people on the last one in the terminal, the 24 people, banned. These people, banned. A few million to go, and we'll get all the bad apples banned. But this person got singled out and humiliated for stealing stuff on a cruise. And they were stealing the little nameplates and the table number signs from the cruise. And this happens on all the cruise lines. I don't know why people try to steal things like that. Like, I don't condone it, but I understand. I get why people try to take towels or, robes, slippers, all of those things. I understand it. It's not right, but I get it. But why are you stealing the little nameplate, like your table number? What do you want that for? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. It just seems silly to me, but who knows? Alex said, hey, John, NCL, I have 5 dining credits. Do I have to use all the credits in order, or can I pay a la carte between dining? No, you can do whatever you want. So you can do, you can go to, like, whenever you go to the restaurant, you can just say, they're going to ask you, they're going to say, hey, I see that you have, a dining credit. Would you like to use your special dining? You can just say no. I'm going to pay for this one a la carte. And it's not really, you can't pay a la carte anymore. You can only pay fixed price. So you can't go and just order off the menu. You can only do like the cover charge. So it's not technically a la carte. It's like a cover charge now. So it'd be $40, $50, $60, whichever restaurant you go to. So yeah, you could certainly do that if you wanted to. There is no reason. It is odd, Michelle. I don't understand it. I don't know why people steal anything. Obviously, I don't know why people steal anything. But if you're stealing those things, it's just bizarre. Very, very bizarre. If Tony said, what, fights on Carnival? It's crazy, isn't it? Look, there's fights on all the cruise lines. It happens more on Carnival. People will say that it doesn't, but it does. It's just nuts. I don't get it. I saw Jay from Ship Life did a video this week about somebody posted on TikTok to ban alcohol. That's how you would stop fighting. That would definitely cut out some of the fights, but you're not going to, that's never going to happen. So it's not an option. If people drank less, it would be nice. Maybe not trying to get to the 15 drinks a day. But what can you do? Yeah, cover charge, Alex. You can definitely do cover charge instead of paying, using your vouchers or whatever you do. So Carnival Valor got some upgrades. This is great. I love that Carnival is reinvigorating some of these ships. So they got a water park, a new lounge, an expanded casino. I haven't been on Valor in like 20, 25 years. I think I was on Valor in the 90s. So late 90s, maybe. So pretty cool. It is sailing the first time. It had a 4-week dry dock. It got the Waterworks Aqua Park, the Heroes Tribute Bar, which they're adding to all of the ships. I love that area. It's like a fun little military appreciation sports bar. It's very great. Added the new USB outlets and enhanced lighting to all the rooms. And the casino is much bigger now. They also got rebranded to the Cloud9 Spa. They added a personalized photo session area. Why? Why are we doing this? It's one of the places that always makes me laugh that they're doing like, look, if you're getting married or doing something on a cruise, it's awesome. If you're on vacation, you're paying thousands of dollars for pictures. What are we doing? Everybody's got a camera now. Have someone take your picture. So that's really, really, really nice. I love the dedicated veterans area, which is really nice as well. So that should be very nice and a welcome change for all of those. So next up, we have a few more cruise news items. Poundcake said, which cruise line do you have the most cruises on? I think it's Norwegian. I think I have 23 on Norwegian. 23 or 24 on Norwegian, something like that. I think that's Norwegian. Royal, I have about 18 or I'm close to 20 on Royal. Close to 10 on Carnival. 5 or so on Princess. 5 or so on Holland. 5 or so on Celebrity. A couple on Celebrity. Maybe 3 on Celebrity. Yeah. So I think it's 24 on Norwegian. I'm at like 80 something. I should go through and do it. I haven't done it in a while. I know it was at 50 in 2023. It's crazy. I've been on 30 cruises in 2 years, 2.5 years. Fred and Lisa said, New England, Canada, and Bermuda are my favorite cruise ports. I want to go on as many cruises as I can right now, but just want nice ships. Symphony is now not many ports. Is out now, not many ports out. Yeah, look, it's hard to go on a lot of cruises out in New Jersey because you're either going to go to the Bahamas, Bermuda, or you're going to go to Canada, New England. There are not that many other options out there when you're leaving from New Jersey. It's just the way it is, unless you go on like a 14-day cruise or transatlantic or something like that. So sadly, there's not much we could do about that. All we can do is hope they bring cool ships that make it better. Next up, Cunard has added a listening lounge on their ships. So with Cunard, they've added this really, really cool lounge. It's going to be an hour of themed music where you can do high res and have these amazing headphones, these Bowers & Wilkins headphones on Queen Elizabeth. They're going to be doing like an Abbey Road one where you can hear music from Ed Sheeran, the Beatles, other groups that recorded in Abbey Road. They're going to do a Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit listening, so you can listen to the soundtracks, Black Panther, Wicked, a bunch of different things. I think it's a really cool idea. I love music, so that's something I think would be really interesting. You get to go for an hour, hang out, listen. I don't know if it's going to be like a group setting or if it's just something where you can go and sit and a bunch of other people will be there as well. But it's worth a shot. And I would like to try it and see what it is. Would you guys do that? Would you go to like a listening lounge for an hour and listen to music? Let me know. Speaking of Symphony, we talked about it the last week. We know all about the windows that cracked in Coastal Kitchen. That awesome crew member who went down and got everybody out of the way, saved people from getting hurt probably pretty badly with glass falling on them and all around them. So that was very scary and very glad that they did that. Tony would do it. That's good. I would too, Tony. I would love to do it. I want to know more about it. So when I was growing up, when I was young, they had in Philly at the Franklin Institute, they had like a planetarium. And you could go there and listen to like the Doors or like Pink Floyd, like Dark Side of the Moon or The Wall. And they would do like a laser light show and you would listen to the music in this awesome planetarium. It was really cool. Obviously everyone was high. I think everybody was high that went there, but it was awesome. Every Saturday it was like the Doors were at like 11 and The Wall was at midnight every Saturday. And it was just packed. It was really cool. Pound Cake said 80s classic rock for sure. That's awesome. Two more pieces of cruise news. First up, Pride of America is back after dry dock. Lots of really fun dry docks that are going on. Obviously, Epic and Pride of America. So it's back in, if you don't know, Pride of America does not have a casino. I've gotten a lot of questions on that lately. Since it's in Hawaii, which is an American port and is flagged American, there is no casino. But they added a full Starbucks to the atrium, a new pickleball court. They added new youth areas. Made a new smaller library, a card room, some new club balconies, kids club, bunch of different things. But they did a bunch of stuff. It's good to see them taking care of some of these older ships so that they can stay around longer. Obviously, Pride of America is awesome because it's in Hawaii. That's where most of the American crew members are. Marie B said, is NCL still a good cruise line? It's been 4 years since I cruised. I keep seeing bad reviews. Marie, I love NCL. Like I just said, it's the cruise line I've been on the most. Like, obviously, Royal's my favorite just because of the plethora of things to do with all these amazing, fun things. It's just great. I highly recommend it. I think it is great. I think the food's great. I think the entertainment, even though they do less of it, and a lot of it has gone away. It's still great. The food's great. The entertainment that they do have is great. The rumor show's great. There's less kids. I love NCL. I would, for the most part, ignore reviews and just try things and see what you like. I see a ton of bad reviews on Royal and Carnival and everything else too. So give it a shot. Fred said, likes music, but don't like to listen to music, not even in my car. I can't get it out of my head if I hear it. I love that. That's hilarious. Joe adores NCL. There you go. Joe said, how's the puppy? Peanut's doing well. Still, obviously she's going to be limping for a long time, but she's still got a splint on. She's going to have a new splint every Monday for the next month, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So Leslie, of course, is free at sea, Team NCL. So, and then last bit of cruise news, Carnival is testing a new express dining option, which gets you in and out of the main dining room in 45 minutes. I absolutely love this idea. I would love if every cruise line did that. I would go to the main dining room more. It's going to be a smaller menu. Basically, you're going to have like a couple options for apps, mains, and desserts and sides. But I love that idea. I would love to do that. I really, really, really would enjoy that. Tony said, getting high watching a laser show while listening to Pink Floyd, afterwards questioning the meaning of life. The 80s were great. Yep, pretty much sums it up. Exactly, Tony. Tony exactly sums it up. That is the cruise news for today. Again, happy Father's Day to everyone. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy it. Get out, do something fun, book a cruise, whatever it is. And I will see everybody on Wednesday. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. We'll finish our bracket this Wednesday of our cruise amenities. So we'll see you then. Have a wonderful day. Happy Father's Day. Bye.